In a world where people are taught to protect themselves first, there are still a few who choose to give everything, even when it may cost them their life. This is not a story about fame, not about money, not about recognition. This is a story about a man whose heart was failing, but whose courage never did. Dr. Miller was not just any doctor. He was one of the most respected cardiac surgeons in his city in the United States. A man who had saved hundreds of lives. A man who had spent decades running toward emergencies while others ran away. But on this day, for the first time in his life, Dr. Miller was the patient. He lay on a hospital bed. Monitors beeped steadily beside him. Doctors whispered in low tones. The diagnosis was clear: acute heart complications. His own colleagues warned him, "Miller, you need complete rest. Any stress could trigger a fatal episode. You are not fit to work." For the first time, the man who saved hearts was being told his own heart might fail. Then, the phone rang. Sharp, urgent, cutting through the silence. It was the accident and emergency department. His hospital. A young boy had been rushed in after a terrible accident. Multiple internal injuries. Critical condition. The on-call surgeon froze. "This is beyond us," he said. "We need Dr. Miller." The nurse hesitated. "But sir, he's admitted." The reply came quietly. "He's the only one who can save this child." The call was transferred. Dr. Miller listened in silence. When it ended, he slowly sat up on his hospital bed and said, "I need to go." Moments later, his driver, Mark, rushed in. "Sir, please," Mark begged. "You're not stable. You could die." Dr. Miller stood up, gripping the bed for support. "If I stay," he said calmly, "a child may die." Mark's voice trembled. "But what about your life?" Dr. Miller looked at him and replied, "I became a doctor because I promised to value life, not just my own." Against every medical rule, against every warning, the car sped toward the hospital. Inside the vehicle, Dr. Miller clutched his chest. His face grew pale. Sweat formed on his forehead. But he said nothing. They arrived. As Dr. Miller stepped into the emergency ward, a man stormed toward him. The boy's father. Eyes red. Hands shaking. A heart burning with fear. "You!" the man shouted, grabbing the doctor's coat. "If my son dies, you will die too." The entire ward froze. Security moved forward, but Dr. Miller raised a hand. Calmly, softly, he said, "I understand your fear. Your son is fighting, and I am here to fight with him." The father screamed, "You better be right." Dr. Miller nodded once and walked into the operating room. Inside the operating theater, Dr. Miller's hands trembled, not from fear, but from pain. His heart raced dangerously. Monitors were secretly attached to him. Every second was a risk. But when the surgery began, something changed. His hands became steady. His focus sharpened. 4 hours. He fought death. Blood, sweat, precision. One wrong move would cost 2 lives, the child's and his own. Finally, the lead nurse whispered, "He's stable. The boy would live." Dr. Miller closed his eyes. As he left the operating room, his legs gave way. He leaned against the wall, gasping for air. Then the boy's father appeared again. "If my son dies later," the man warned, "I will deal with you." That was when Mark, the driver, stepped forward. His voice broke. "Sir, stop. Do you know what this man just did?" The father sneered. "So what? He's a doctor." Mark replied. "He came straight from a sick bed. He is fighting heart failure. He risked his own life to save your sons. The hallway fell silent. The father's anger collapsed into shock. His knees buckled. Tears streamed down his face. "I didn't know," he whispered. Moments later, a nurse rushed out. "The boy is awake. He's asking for his father." The man turned toward Dr. Miller, now being wheeled back to his bed, and fell to his knees. "Thank you," he cried. "I threatened the man who saved my son." Dr. Miller smiled faintly and said, "That's what love does. It makes us afraid." Dr. Miller survived. Weeks later, he returned to work. Slower, wiser, still selfless. This story teaches us something powerful. True heroes don't look for safety. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They show up, even when it hurts. And sometimes, the strongest hearts are the ones already breaking. Stories like this remind us what humanity truly means. Subscribe to Legacy Diaries, where courage, sacrifice, and real human stories live on.